Oh, come on, Tinker. You got a whole... Okay, yes, we are going live now in all the places.
Are you camera shy?
Look at how cute he is.
He is.
We have to put a treat on top of the camera so he sees you. Okay, sorry, Rare.
Well,
I gotta go off of this one.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna kill my mic so I can say goodbye to Instagram, and then I'll be back. But go ahead. I'm gonna try to fix my camera too.
Am I live? I guess I might be.
Yes, you are live.
Ooh.
Oh, Tinker, come on, stick around.
Oh, Tinker's getting a little excited. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the BA Zones Live pre-show. This is Tinker, who, everybody take a good look. He wasn't feeling well this morning, and now he's driving me crazy for a COOKIE, and he can spell, I should say. All right, you go down now. He'll probably scratch my leg for the next half hour while we're going live, but I really can't give him anything to eat until his stomach settles down. So how is everybody tonight? Did everybody have a great first beginning of the week? Is everybody shopped out from Prime Day? I tried to get on earlier, but I couldn't. I know they had some access issues, and then I had to get to work, so I wasn't able to get as much shopping done as I would have liked. Kathleen seems to have done pretty well with a vacuum cleaner, so that's pretty exciting. I just love to do that kind of shopping, that crazy kind of shopping. It's like Christmas shopping, you know, the last day right before Christmas when you go out, if or a holiday or a birthday gift, and you go last minute and you grab it. That kind of stuff is kind of fun. But other than that, weather is always an issue. We have the lovely East Coast storms rolling through. So hopefully we won't lose any type of connectivity here as we're going live. And we'll be going live in about, 7 minutes. So, you know, if you see anybody out there, have any friends, if there's a guy on a couch, you want to get a job or whatever, please feel free to tag them. Let them know that the show is going on. Tonight's show is going to be, Tinker is talking about tonight's show with a little growl. The top 5 tips, tools and tips for business analysts. And and there you go. And he approves, right? Right? This is what it like. Anything could happen when you go live, including a dog who wants a cookie. What? All right. I'll give you one cookie. One cookie. Wait till your other mother comes down. She'll give you a cookie. Anyway, folks. So again, we'd love to, as we go through the show tonight, feel free to drop us any comments or any suggestions. If you have any ideas for shows or anything you want to learn about, please drop us a line. You can do that at thebazone.com. And when Kathleen gets back up, she'll show you all the places that we were active in, at Twitter and say, who is that person behind that screen? We don't see her, but all of a sudden up comes the screen. Anyway, you can follow us and like us and comment on us on the thebazone.com. That's our website. And there's some information out there, articles. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you have a dog, please have them join, because I'm sure mine would love the company right now. Ooh, if you could hear that. He's talking to me. And he'll get louder and louder. So I'm going to take a 2-second break here. We have 5 minutes before we go live with the show. I'm going to take 2 minutes while I just grab a little cookie for the little Tinkster.
So I guess that means I got to go live here with the camera that I've got, which unfortunately is not very good tonight. I don't know what's gone wrong all of a sudden, but I've got her color looking lovely and mine is terrible, but we'll make do, right? What the heck? That's all part of the fun. We are going live and stuff is just going to happen. And that's just the way it goes. So we just have to muddle through.
He's got his cookie.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not
you can
really
put him
sure
on.
what
He's
has
on
gone wrong
live
here.
eating his cookie.
Oh, well, here, let's bring him up.
You
Can we
want to
see him?
switch to me? He's eating
There
his
he
little
is.
cookie, and hopefully...
Oh, what a cutie. He's so adorable.
Tink has all types. He's got all types of digestive issues. And the only thing that we can give him other than his prescription diet food are animal crackers. and he can seem to digest those, and he likes them a lot.
Well, that's good.
And he doesn't have too many teeth left. Got a couple in the back there. You can hear him crunching. And he gets his Pepsid and his prednisone, and he's good. He's a good boy.
He's adorable.
It's just entertaining, right?
He is so
okay,
cute.
You good now? Now maybe he'll stop talking.
Yeah, good luck with that. He knows you got more cookies hidden away.
Say hello. I'm the star of the show.
Well, this is true. We've always known that.
This is true. Oh, I should dress him up. He's got all kinds of hats and stuff, one of those.
Oh, that would be cute. We could do that.
He's the best, the best one is actually, his Harley outfit. He's got a little Harley hat. And
as a motorcycle Harley?
Yeah, as a motorcycle Harley.
Oh, that's cute.
We got him that. He's got a little sailor hat, He has a hat for every occasion.
And he's willing to wear them.
He's got those goggles. He's willing to wear them. And actually, yeah, he does, actually, which is kind of funny. He doesn't mind clothes. He doesn't mind hats. And not that I dress him up a lot. It's just kind of funny.
When the occasion calls for it.
When the occasion calls for it.
Hello,
years ago,
over on Periscope. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. We're getting things rolling. I apologize. My screen looks a little weird tonight. I don't know what's gone wrong. It was fine yesterday when I did my test. And today it's not happy. Maybe I need to reconnect everything and reboot, but we don't have time now. So we're going to muddle through. And she's going to look lovely, and I'm going to look like I'm a ghost. But that's okay.
I always
believe I'm coming from another dimension. That's it. Buckaroo Banzai, right?
Now, that doesn't surprise me one bit. That doesn't,
doesn't surprise anybody who knows me.
No. I'm sure she's got, what is that thing on Doctor Who, that phone booth?
The
TARDIS.
One of
those, don't you? I'm sure.
The TARDIS. I wish I had a TARDIS. That would be awesome. I want a TARDIS in the worst way.
TARDIS. I want a TARDIS the hardest.
Do you know what it means?
I did know this at one point, but go ahead. I know
time and relative space. Wait, time and relative space in dimensions. That's because it travels in time and space. So.
I think I'm in a time warp right now.
So if you are a Twitch person, okay. So since we're going down the Doctor Who rabbit hole, okay. First of all, I know that the promo for the new one was not very good, but I still have hope. But if you are on Twitch, they are running Doctor Who entire seasons, the early ones, the entire seasons that they still have. But they're running them Monday through Friday. So if you are looking for a Doctor Who fix, you should go over to Twitch and start watching because it's all kinds of awesome. I think we're up to the 6th Doctor. And they did Torchwood over the weekend, which was really cool. It was the first season of Torchwood. Give me a little John Barrowman. I'm happy.
Oh my god. And I've been binge watching Lost in Space, the new one, the new series that's out on.
How is it? I heard terrible things about it, so I didn't even bother. Are you liking it?
Well, yeah, I do. But you know what? I like the original Lost in Space, and that was pretty bad if you compare it next to Star Trek. I mean, the two came out at almost the same time, so you can't compare the two. But
but everybody I heard who didn't like it likes the original.
No,
so you're saying it's worth checking
different. Yeah, it's different. It's very different. It's a little more edgier than the original one. It's different. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, they said from the beginning that they were going for edgy. And maybe that's what's turning the other people off, because the other one was campy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, look, it's go time. It is 8 o'clock. Are we ready to go on your end?
We're as ready to go as I'm going to get, yes. So we will make do with what we've got. Do you want to do the start, or should I?
Well, go ahead. Do the introductions.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Or not.
Thank you. I do a break there so we can do the edit. Well, I gotta start over.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I take a break. That way we've got room to edit if we want to lose the pre-show when we're repurposing this later. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming by. My name is Kathleen, and you are here at the BA Zone. Tonight, we are going to talk about our 5 favorite tools. These are tools that we use day in and day out, multiple times a day, that we recommend to everyone we know, whether they want to listen to us or not. But before we dive in, I'm going to let my co-host introduce herself and say hello to the nice people.
Hello, nice people. My name is Marianne Morrison, and I am one half of the BA Zone, and my other half, sometimes my better half, will introduce herself.
Oh, I thought you were on Tink.
Yeah, my little
So
dog.
those of you who missed it, we usually do a pre-show, and Mr. Tink made an appearance tonight because he got cookies. So he was on camera because he got some nice snacks. So we are here tonight to talk about our five favorite business tools. These are the things that we rely on every day, that we recommend to everybody, that have saved our keisters more than once. If you are new here, please feel free to comment wherever you are watching. I am able, let me verify, yes, I am able to verify all the comments now. I always like to double check Periscope because, you know, I've been very happy that now I can go back and see the comments that I've missed fly by. And just as I get comfortable with that, I know they're going to take it away from me again. But the same goes for you folks over on Facebook and you folks over on YouTube. Comment away, share your favorite tools. Also, you know, if you have a question, a comment, if you have an idea for the show, just because we bring this topic to talk about, it's okay to ask other questions. We're fine. We can go with the flow. Do not hesitate to switch gears if you feel the need. And you can also find us in all of these usual places: Twitter, Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We also have the website, which is thebazone.com. There's a comment form there, so you can always reach out to us there anytime if you have a question, a problem, a topic you want us to cover. All we ask is that if you're having if you have a question that you need a quick answer on, just let us know so we don't wait till the next show, because if you need the answer that day, that's not very helpful. So that is everything you need to know to get started.
Alrighty. All right. So, well, let's dive right in. So we're going to go over 5 different tools, and we're going to do it based on the different areas of focus. So the first one I'm going to go over is actually in the Microsoft Office. It's, you know, the Microsoft has a suite of products everybody knows, and most of them are used by businesses today. I'm just barely going to talk about Microsoft PowerPoint. It may not be used daily, but it depends actually on how much you are interacting with a client. If you're interacting with a client a lot, you will probably use PowerPoint a lot. So I'm just going to briefly mention that. If you do a lot of government work, you know, there's a lot of PowerPoint done there. And PowerPoint basically is used to create professional multimedia presentations. So it's a good way to remember your key talking points. You put them up on a slide. It's a slide presentation. Or you can display or provide concise data or backup information to support your key talking points. So again, you can create slides. You can create a slideshow during the presentation. You can annotate your slides. You can display your notes at the bottom so that you can read along with them, and if you move slides around, those notes will go with those slides, and you can insert things like charts. So I just briefly mentioned Microsoft PowerPoint. It's not so much a daily basis unless you're really working in an industry that's really client-facing all the time, or if you're trying to sell a product that you've created and you're looking to maybe adapt it for the client, you know, to customize it. So that's one, the Microsoft PowerPoint. There's a lot of tools in the Microsoft suite of products. There is also Word, Outlook, Access, and Publisher. But we're just going to focus on 3: PowerPoint. The next one is Word, Microsoft Word. It helps you create text documents. This is probably the one you're going to use the most. There are other, obviously, products out there where you can create Word documents. But again, this is the standard in the industry right now, and there's other ones that are coming up or gaining momentum. But you're going to use Word most of the time to create requirements, documents, your meeting minutes, and all types of documentation that you're going to be involved with. So some of the key features around Word, you know, it allows you to format just about everything: your text, your paragraphs, your alignment, your spacing, page layouts. You can change margins, page direction. You can undo, redo if you tend to make a lot of mistakes. But the 3 features that you're probably going to use the most in Word would be spell check, and you should definitely use it. Just be careful with words that sort of sound alike, you know, that spelling will say, yeah, that's a correct word, but it's really not the word that you want to use. You're also going to use find and replace a lot, or track changes when you're sending out a document for people to review, they can enter in their changes, and then you can accept them or not accept them. And find and replace is handy when you have a huge document and there's a word that repeats itself many times. Could be a company name, and all of a sudden you're merged with another company and you have to change that company name throughout the document. It's a good example. You can just find that word, change it, and then replace it everywhere it would show up in the document. So we tend to use that one a lot. And the third feature that we use a lot in Word is insert, where you can insert text boxes and tables. I tend to insert a lot of tables into my requirements doc or the technical spec for things like business rules and use cases. You can create it looks sharper when you create it in a table and insert it into the Word document. So all types of objects, and then you can resize them when you get them in there. So those are the three things really, other than the simple formatting and page layout, that you're going to use consistently. And you're going to be using Word. I mean, Word is like the main tool that I think all business analysts use on a regular basis. Wouldn't you say so? You have anything to add, Kathleen, about Word?
No, I mean, this is one of the ones that most people, probably dealing with every day. It's one of those tools that it's very, very powerful. Most people use like 1% of it. But if you find yourself doing things over and over again and wishing that there was an easier way, if you hit the web, you probably can find ways to automate it or speed it up. So definitely anything that you find, is a day-to-day kind of thing for you or annoying, that you can probably ease your pain with a 5-minute search on Google and finding really handy ways to solve problems like that. Because everybody's got to deal with Word at some point in their life for some length of time. So learn from the people who have already solved the problem.
That's right. Hit that YouTube. Get out there, and you can learn it, like
Absolutely.
In a very short period of time as well, too. The second one, which is also a Microsoft product, is Excel. Excel helps you create sort of simple or complex data or numerical spreadsheets. So we use a lot of Excel as well, just like Word. I use it a lot of times for data dictionaries, to create data dictionaries, because you can create multiple columns, multiple rows. You can do a lot of things with it. You can do comparisons of data. You can even record contact information for a project. You can track tasks, enhancements, bugs, etc. So besides adding and updating actual data in the cells, you can add multiple spreadsheets. You can reorder those spreadsheets. You can resize columns to whatever size you need to just by dragging them. You can create formulas within boxes and inserting that formula. And they have a lot of pre-built functionality around formulas. You can sum large data sets, if you have to sum up numbers. And again, you can change text color. You can add fill color to the cells, borders, anything to make it look more interesting. You can, again, insert a chart and then format that chart to any type or layout that you want to in style. The features that you would use most, that I find that I use most on Excel once the spreadsheet is built, is the sorting and the filtering features, which enables you to get or group data together that you want to look at. So it's very handy, especially when you're dealing with tasks that need to be completed. Not everybody has a full-blown project management application or a department. And a lot of project management, and BAs do a lot of project management, a lot of that is done on Excel spreadsheets. So this enables you to find out, who's working on what quickly by filtering and sorting, and how much of a completion rate or percentage you're at. So that type of thing. That's what we find that we use Excel mostly for. Kathleen, do you have any other can you think of any other uses that we've used? I mean, there's tons of them, but
I think that covers it. We're good to go.
She's just letting me go. So that's a good segue, the sorting and the filtering piece, because Kathleen is going to talk about another piece that helps you sort your projects, and that is Trello. Kathleen.
Ah, yes. We do love our Trello. Let me bring this up for you. It is definitely one of those tools that the more you use it, the more uses you're going to find for it. So most people start off using Trello just as a way to keep track of things. And the idea behind it is that you have these little cards and you can group them however you want. You can put dependencies on them. You can put due dates on them. You can assign them to different people. You can keep your Trello board private. You can share it with your team. There's just no end to the functionality for it. A lot of teams that are doing Agile also use these to manage their projects because it's the kind of thing where you can follow the Agile process through, moving the cards back and forth, changing the assignments, you can attach documents. It is far and away the best way to organize yourself, keep other people organized, and if you are juggling multiple projects like most of us are, it's a great way to keep yourself from losing your mind. 1 second here, I'm gonna, hang on.
We actually use Trello for this show to manage all of the shows that come up and schedule everything. So
yep, definitely. It definitely, you start off, using it for one thing and then you find yourself putting your whole life in Trello. Grocery lists, to-do lists, whatever. And the nice thing about it is the more you use it, the more you become a power user, the more you can do with it. And it will also plug in to other tools. So if you want to pull in information quickly, if you want to be able, like a lot of people, once they start, oops, sorry, my screen just went away. Hang on, it'll come back. Or maybe it won't. Okay, that's fine. We can work around that. Oh, there, see, it did come back. See, if I threaten it enough, it comes back. So you can plug it in. So a lot of people use it to import like their bug tracking system, so that whoever the QA department or whoever is handling that can be using whatever tool they're used to. But then you can bring it in and share all that information with the rest of the team without people having to jump applications, which I think is one of the superpowers of this tool. Is you can keep everybody focused using one tool and yet pull in information from all different sources. So everybody's always seeing the latest information, getting what they need. There are these things called power-ups that you can get. I think you get a couple for free, and then if you start paying for it, you get more, which just add more functionality to it. And they're improving it all the time. So like if you look here, they've got power-ups for Evernote, for GitHub, for Google Drive, for Slack, which we're going to talk about later. So it really is the kind of tool that you will find yourself relying on once you start using. And the best thing about it is it's free, but you can, if you want more power, you can pay for it, but you don't have to. They never nudge you about it. You can just keep using it for free, which is what we've been doing for a long time. So yes, we highly recommend Trello. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. If you don't find this one works exactly right for you, there's other versions of it out there, other companies that are making the similar type thing, but Trello is the name for this type of product, and they are the ones that really keep putting more and more functionality out there for us. So highly recommend Trello. Go check that one out. Anything else you want to throw in there? Oh, wait, your microphone went away again. Why is that happening again? So like all the, oh, no, okay. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It was... It wasn't you. The growler is back looking for another COOKIE.
Of course he is. He knows you got them.
I know. I put it on mute for just un momento. Ooh, no, just to say that
again. I was like, what else?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I started using Trello. When did we start using? I started using it about a year ago, I guess.
Yeah.
And
it was very funny. She acted like I'd been hiding it from her.
Yeah, I was like, I was just fanatical about it. I use a lot of, I was using a lot of stickies and, I move them all around. And actually you use them a lot, even as a business analyst, you're moving these little stickies all around. Well, you can do the same thing in Trello. You can move a card, create a card here, and then put it under this category and change categories. It's a fantastic tool.
And you don't have to worry about the sticky falling off the wall and the janitor throwing it out.
That's right. I mean, if you're planning a party, if you're planning a wedding, go to Trello and figure out who's sitting where. I mean, it's fantastic.
And you can use it on the web, you can use it on your phone, you can use it on tablets, you can use it on iPads, you can use it on Chromebooks. Right. It's everywhere you want to be. That was a commercial from someplace, I don't remember.
And we're everywhere you want to be.
Yes, we are.
We're everywhere.
We are everywhere. You can always find us. We are in all of the places that you would expect us to be, which includes Facebook and Twitter, and we have our own website, all that kind of good stuff. And we are just, we're there however you want to communicate with us. You can DM us, you can tweet at us. That always works too. I do want to take a second to thank all of you who have been sharing our shows lately. That's like so nice of you. We really appreciate that. And because of it, we are getting more people following, which is just awesome. We thank all of you, the new folks that are coming and following, the folks who are sharing material. It means a lot to us that you're finding this content useful, and so we really do appreciate that. And if you ever have an idea for a show, please don't be shy. Throw it in the comments here. Email us. You can reach us on the website, whatever works for you, because that's why we're here. We're here to do this for you. Most of our best show ideas come from you, so please don't be shy. Come on in. Throw your name. Say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're from. Right. Whatever it is that makes you happy. But we're all here.
And we can make a show about. We can make a show about anything.
We can actually, and we have.
We can create a show for it. We have. We're the Seinfeld of business analysis.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yes. So. All right. So we're ready to move forward here.
And well, just one more thing. Don't forget. Sure. Please sign up for our mailing list. Okay.
Why does that keep happening? There we go.
Well, I don't know where that came from, but there you go.
I don't either.
But please join our mailing list, and we won't use your information for anything. As we've said many times before, we believe in karma, but it's a way of finding out what we're doing ahead of everyone else. And please do that. And where can those find that mailing list, Kathleen? I always forget.
You can go to thebazone.com/mailing list. No spaces.
There you go. And that's the last bit of that. Okay. What are we on? Number 3, tool number 3?
Yes.
This is another one of my favorite tools. Again, a classic. This is also a Microsoft product used for modeling and diagrams, and that is Visio. There are other products out there, but I have yet to find one that is as fully fleshed out as Visio. I just love Visio. And you use that to create, simpler, complicated diagrams. Basically, it's a visualization tool where you associate data with shapes on a diagram to make concepts or flows or whatever you have easily understandable by everyone. We use it for flow charts, process flows. You can use it for timelines, mappings, brainstorming, org charts, even wireframes. It's a very versatile tool. It offers a tremendous variety of templates and shapes and objects, and you can even apply themes to Visio now to create that professional looks. You can mix and match the different objects that are from templates to create a more custom look to whatever you're doing. And you can add different effects to the shapes like shadows, bevels, glows, colors, whatever you need. And we find that, again, like we said many times before, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and Visio will do that for you. And typically, some employers will supply it, some don't. It's a little on the expensive side, but it's well worth it, and it's fantastic for business. If you've never used Visio before, I don't know what you're using as a visualization tool. Most of us have. But you can use it for things far beyond probably what you're using it for. As Kathleen said, go out on the internet, look around, and see what you can do with it, because it has a lot of functionality, a lot of stuff. I was self-taught on Visio and years ago, and there's still stuff that I'm finding out that I can do with it that I didn't know before. So it is a great tool. And I don't know, Kathleen, do you have that? You don't have that up there, do you? Is that Visio that I'm looking at there?
Yes, no, that's the Visio.
Was that Visio?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at something else. The dog again, no problem.
That's okay. But, he's cute. That's I understand that.
And Kathleen, we used Visio for years and years, so I don't know if you have anything to add to the.
It's one of those, slam dunk, kind of things. Definitely, for wireframes or network diagrams or anything like that. I mean, that's what it's built for. It just absolutely works. And they've made it a little bit more affordable in that, because sometimes you go on a project and they just don't have the money for it. So you can buy it now. You can rent it for like, I don't know, it's like $5 a month or something. and just turn that on and off as you need it or don't need it. So that saves, it's almost, what is it, $800-900 if you buy the regular. So that's another nice way to go. If you just need it for short term, you can just do it, let's see. Okay, so if you don't sign up for the year, it's $6 a month. So, because it's the kind of thing that maybe some people only need at certain points in a project, and if you're in a shoestring kind of situation, you're in a startup or whatever, that can make a big difference. So, don't be, if it's a tool that you've used before, or a tool that you've wanted to use, but the prices kind of scared you off, which I understand. Go ahead and hit the website, because the online version is fully functional, and you can get it for a very reasonable price. Use it for a month, and then if you don't need it anymore, much like Netflix, you binge watch the shows, and then you say no thanks anymore, and come back in a couple of months when they've got some new content. Same thing with Vizio. You can jump in there, do it for as long as you need, get as much done as you can in that time period, and then if you don't need it for a while, you can turn it off and keep that money in your pocket. It's a good thing. Saving money is always a good thing.
That's right.
Especially for us contractors.
That's right. And speaking of which, so we had said that you could use Vizio for wireframes, and actually Kathleen's going to talk about another tool that we use a lot as well, and that is Snagit.
Yes.
And there's
my
other.
favorite.
Yeah, go ahead, Kathleen.
This is one of my favorite tools. I have been using this tool since they first released it. It is definitely, hands down, one of the ones that I rely on a regular basis. It is very reasonable. I should have checked to see how much they're charging for it now. I'm on a subscription.
I did check.
Just renews every
Actually,
year.
How much is it now? Recently, to buy it, it's like $45. It's under $50.
Yeah, I mean,
to buy the whole
is
thing.
Probably one of the most reasonably priced tools you'll ever run across, and yet again, super functional. So, out of the box, what people use it for is screen captures. Okay, so if you need to, show a developer where you're seeing a problem, if you've seen something, out in the wild, or something that the competition has that you'd like to bring up in a meeting, rather than, risking Wi-Fi, you could just take a quick picture of it and have it ready to show, and it's totally worth it just for that. But there's more. You can actually use it to go in and edit things. So there have been many times that, like, we've been in a meeting, or maybe, I'm, just getting on a project and we don't have all of our tools yet. I always bring my copy of this, because this one I can get by for a while without the other tools if I have this, because you can go in and you can create what I call quick and dirty comps or wireframes. So if you're making a change to an existing page or an existing part of your app, you can screen cap it, and then it has editing tools in it, and you can rearrange fields, you can add new fields, you can make room for it. And they added this thing, I guess, a year or two ago, which just blows my mind every time I use it. What you can do is you can take your screen cap, and let's say, like right now there's 3 sections, but they want to add a new one in and make it 4 sections, but they want to put the new one after section 2. Well, that was always a problem, because you had to cut it, and then you had to manually fill it in. Now you can do this thing that says automatic background fill, and so when you cut and you shift everything down, it just fills it all in for you. It's like magic. It is so cool. So I highly recommend it for that. It's also got text tools and drawing tools, anything that you basically need for a very reasonable price. And that's still not all that they give you, because you can also create animation. So you can, if say for example, you're seeing a problem and you're trying to explain it and it's just not coming through, you can actually record the steps that you've taken, show the error as it happens, bundle that up as a little, animated GIF file, and email that off, because animated GIFs are nice and small, so even Outlook usually doesn't, push back on them. You can edit those kind of, little movies. I've actually created tutorials for people to use out of it. Again, it is certainly not a, it's not Adobe Premiere. You're not going to do your big, presentation, movie or your commercial or anything on it. But when you're looking to get something practical done in a quick way for a super reasonable price, this is your tool. Snagit is all kinds of amazing. And they have other tools too, but this one, if nothing else, you should just go and try. They have a nice long free trial, so you can go in and give that a try. And the other nice thing is, if you buy it and then decide that you don't want to upgrade for a couple of years, unlike certain other companies, Adobe, it keeps working. So you don't have to worry about, not having your tool. You pay for it and you use it for as long as you want. And the next time, that they release something, some upgrade to it that catches your attention, you can just upgrade to it. So yes, we highly recommend Snagit. The company is techsmith.com. You just go hit the website and yeah, you can take the whole page. Oh, the other thing it does, which is super helpful, especially on these long web pages that we're getting now, or the long application pages, there's this thing called Panorama. So it will do the whole page for you, seamless. Like there's no lines or anything. So, if you've got a web page that's like 800 miles long, you can take the screen cap of it and do whatever you need to with it. They used to have, they still have it. There's one that's called like automatic scroll or automatic window scroll, which also works. But I find like that, I get about 80% success with the Panorama thing. I get 100%. And it works vertical or horizontal. So I think those are my favorite features. So definitely go check it out if you get a chance. It is Snagit from TechSmith. And it's like under $50 or so, or $70 I think if you get the Premier one. All right, that was one of my all-time faves.
And
okay.
I can tell you, well, I can tell you right now that I do not have Snagit on the project that I'm working on right now. We have something else. There is no panorama feature, so I find that, and I'm taking a screen cap and cutting off information that I think I don't need to fit in the bottom part that I do need. Yep. And doing a lot of cutting and pasting. And what I typically use Snagit for is when I'm sitting with the user and saying, how about option 1, 2, or 3? And Kathleen and I have done this many times. Does this work better for you, the way this works, or that, before we actually give a screen comp off to a developer? Oh, yeah. So it's a great tool. And so far, the other one's not so good. I'm working with right now.
That's why I bring my own copy, because it's just not worth jerking around with anything else. It's such a quality tool. Their support is top notch. And yeah, I mean, for those quick and dirty sessions, where you're testing ideas or you're verifying because they're saying something and you're not sure that you're getting exactly what they're saying or that they understand what they're saying, in seconds you can have something that everybody's looking at. And again, I mean, we've talked about this in the other sessions. It's so important that everybody sitting at the table has the same picture in their head. And this is a great way to do that because it takes no time at all. It's also very lightweight. So, if you've got a system like I have, where it's really not up to spec, I can rely on this one totally, because some of my other tools I'm not so comfortable opening, especially if I'm hosting the meeting, if I'm running Zoom and I'm trying to do something like this, it's usually too much for the laptop they've given me. But if I'm just using this, and then I'm fine. No worries. It just runs. It's not a problem. It doesn't chew up a lot of resources, unlike another company we know. Anyway.
Yes.
Yes, I have a bone to pick.
Usually will. Yeah, a little one. What is that, a brontosaurus bone or what?
They've done it again. They keep making things worse. So but that's a whole other discussion. I'll save that for a live stream.
That is a whole other discussion. Well, I can tell you that another company that is doing everything right, that seems to be going viral. It's actually been around since 2014. I think they launched it.
Okay.
Is Slack. Give me some. What?
She's not paying attention to the script. We have a break here for a very important announcement. So, we have been. I get up. So
sorry. And it's right in front of me too.
I know, but I see you looking at it. Like it's there.
Just blew past it. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make it
Carry
bigger
on.
next time. That's okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep us on schedule.
What are we fumfering about here? We are going back and forth because the thing that we've been talking about for weeks, the thing that our insiders on our mailing list heard about already, we are now ready to tell you folks, and that is all of you people out there that have been asking for help with your resume or the endless I need experience but I can't get experience problem. We have stepped up and we have made available to you a class, or 2 classes actually. So you can go to, let me bring this up, thebazone.com/job help. And there you will see this page where we've given you some background about the different classes. So the first one is about, most people make the classic mistake of just diving in on the resume. If you take this course, you'll find out why that's a bad idea. We'll walk you through what you need to do beforehand, what you need to do during working on your resume, and what to do during your job search to maximize your success. So that is the one class. That is $97. We also offer resume reviews and one-on-one consultation, and you can get those as a bundle at a very much discounted price. So you can go and check that out. And for you lovely folks out there, and I have been through this, so I feel your pain. When you are having those conversations, they're like, we want everything and we want you to have all this experience, but you can't get experience until you get the job. I figured it out. We figured it out. We've made a course out of it. So you can actually go in, even if you haven't done exactly that job or you haven't used exactly that tool, we show you the ways that you can go about getting the experience, having something to show, having something to talk about in the interview that proves that you are completely capable of jumping in and doing that. So that class is out there too, and you can click to get more information about it. And that one is $47. And if you're interested in both of those, when you go to the page that has all of the details on it, you can actually get those as a bundle. So we are very excited to finally get this out there. We're sorry it took so long, but it was a learning process for us. The next ones will go faster. But we are very excited to have you go and check those out. There are extra materials that we've added into them, and just so you know that if you buy this and we decide later to add more to it, you will automatically get the new material free too. So go check it out. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you think that there's information that we need to add in there, let us know. We'll be happy to add it. And we're excited to hear your feedback. So please let us know what you think. So very excited. That's why I wanted to make sure we got this in there.
That was very important information. That's true. And how do we know about all this? We've hired business analysts, web designers, QA people. We've interviewed tons of people over the years. So we know what we're talking about. We know what we're looking for. We know what we're trying to find, and we know we can definitely help you. So please check that out. And thanks for interrupting me.
I figured you'd be okay with it.
I'm good with that. It's fine. I'm sorry. So, okay.
Good. It made it a little more interesting.
That's right. It brought people's attention to the forefront.
Exactly. We woke them all back up again.
What are they arguing about again? What are they arguing about?
They're going
Mom says this, Dad says that. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay.
See, you never know what's going to happen here.
You don't. It might come to fisticuffs someday if we were in the same room, but we're not.
That's never going to happen.
Okay.
If it hasn't happened in all these years, it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen. That's true. Okay.
We might take on other people, but that's a whole other story too.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Fighting Irish. All right. So the fifth and final, we digress. The fifth and final tool for business analysts is Slack. It's gotten a lot of play since 2014. It's sort of gone viral. It's a cloud-based enterprise collaboration tool. So it connects teams of workers, allowing them to collaborate in real time. Similar to Trello, but it has a lot more functionality. I mean, you can share images, videos, and documents, etc. But it also has the ability to integrate lots of other software. So it allows that software to post messages into your Slack conversations. So such as Skype, Google Drive, and Trello, by the way, just to name a few. There are many, many apps. It has rich messaging capability. You can add snippets, format text. It has email notifications where Slack can email you if someone sends you a direct message or mentions you in a message, even when you're offline. You can search all conversations at once. You can search by date, by name, by user. Basically, it creates workspaces. It's organized into workspaces for teams of users. And you can have multiple interconnected groups. And within each workspace, they have something called channels. So you can have public channels. And that's calling it the digital water cooler, where everybody can just hang out and chat. There's a private channel and a shared channel, and that shared channel you can communicate with external companies. And the channels allow you to discuss around, a certain topic or project, or keep it within a certain department. You can also direct message for quick one-on-ones. And you can do ad hoc meetings of up to 8 people. So in each year, they keep adding new features to this. But the biggest thing is that it integrates with other tools. And I think they started out originally, it was just a messaging tool between developers who were developing video games. And out of that came this entire viral sort of thing. Now they have video and voice calling capabilities that was rolled out a couple of years ago, and screen sharing I think was enabled also. So they've sort of gotten and they've got a lot of partnerships with Oracle and SAP and Workday and ServiceNow. So they're integrating all these tools, and actually I'd love for them to use this in the company that I'm in right now, because we're having an issue where they're putting bugs into a bug type of software. You have to go into that software to see what's going on, but this can message everywhere into a conversation stream, tell everybody what's going on. Or if you're implementing a new client, it's a great way to collaborate and communicate. And it looks like it could potentially, and it's not too expensive either. What is it? I'm looking here. I think I wrote it down. There's there's a standard plan, and I think there's a plus tier plan. And the standard plan costs about $6.67 per user per month. And these numbers might be different by now. And that offers group video calls for up to 15 users and sharing. And then the tier plus, adds in, it's for more larger businesses and IT managers, and it includes provisioning and deprovisioning and single sign-on and compliance tools, et cetera. And it actually has a guaranteed uptime, a service level agreement attached to it too, a 24/7 support. So it has taken off since it's been put out there. And, its biggest competitors, I think, are, Microsoft and Google. And it is also, looks like a great tool, and I would love to get it involved. I think it's sort of like, I think it's something that you would have to get used to, just like Skype and, whatever you get used to. But it looks like it has a potential for a lot of additional functionality down the road. They just keep adding and adding. And I think they have about 6 million users right about now.
Easily. I mean, this is
easily, right?
de facto standard for a lot of, especially on the IT side of things. I'm seeing it spread more and more. I've been using this a lot in the last few projects I've been on, because it is so fully functional. The fact that from one tool you can make a phone call, share your screen, share images, to have the one-on-one conversations, to have the group conversations. It's just so amazingly flexible, and you can use it for free. I mean, the place I'm in now, we're all using it for free. So the downside of the free thing is you can't search back forever, which is reasonable.
Right.
If you're not paying for it, then the window that you've got to go back and do searches. There's a limit to how many images you can share. There's some very reasonable limitations for it. To be honest, we very rarely feel the pain of that, and we use it all day long. We use it with the overseas team. We do it with the I Slack the girl who sits next to me. Okay, she's just on the other side of the cubicle wall, but it's easier because you're not interrupting them. Like if they're in the middle of something, they can finish their thought and then go ahead and deal with it, because there's a little notification come up, but it's not annoying. It doesn't get in your face. So it's a super handy kind of tool that way. The other thing that is good to know about it is if you just want to test drive it and your place isn't using it, you can actually sign up, and there are all kinds of groups, public groups out there that you can join. Some you have to ask for an invitation, some you can just go ahead and join. So if you want to get a feel for using it, for example, like there's a couple of user experience groups that I'm in, and where it's people from all over the world doing the same job. Hi, who's that? Say hi. Have them say hi.
That's my 91-year-old Slack-using mother. That's it.
Hello.
Say hi, Mom.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Mom. No, say hi, Mom. This is like David Letterman's mother. It's just she's walking past with the walker. How you doing?
See, you get her on Slack. She can chat to you anytime. You get her using Trello. You can share her information. We'll get her on the board here.
There you go. She can't hear what you're saying because she doesn't have her.
I know.
So she doesn't know what you're saying. She's just smiling.
I'll just wave and smile.
Wave to the world, Ma. Say hi. Alrighty then. Carry on. She was just wandering by with her walker. Hi.
Why not? So the people who missed the dog got to meet your mom. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a family affair today.
It is. So yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to throw out that if there's support teams for a lot of software teams are using it. So like if you need support from them, you can actually talk to people through it. So it's even bigger than you might think it was, and it's really reasonable to learn how to use it. They've got really good onboarding. They kind of walk you through all the basic functionality, and then they've got the they've got all kinds of help that you can go into if you want, as you start to get comfortable with it and want to learn more. So definitely, again, it's free. You can start using it even if your company isn't, and then you can be the superstar that recommends this awesome tool and show everybody how to use it. Okay? I'm pretty happy about that tool. All right, I think that's it, right? That finishes our list. It does.
Yes.
And
yes,
she put herself on mute again.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
That's okay.
It's pill time. It's pill time in the old OK Corral here. So
for
just
you,
the
pills. Dog, your mom. I mean, there's a lot of
all of the
above.
There. All of the above.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this up then. We can remind everybody where to find us, which is all of the usual places. It is Twitter, it is Periscope, Instagram, Facebook. Some of you who watch us or follow us on Instagram might have noticed that I was putting little hints about the big announcement over there. So you got a post-insider pre-show announcement about the big announcement. And the big announcement, just to remind you, or for you folks who are just joining, is that we have 2 classes available, which you can get independently or you can get as a bundle. One takes you through what you should do before you start working on your resume, what to do while you're working on your resume, and what to do as you're sending it out. And the other one will help you figure out how to get that experience that you need for that job that you really, really want, but you can't get because you don't have the experience, and that ridiculous cycle that everybody gets caught in sooner or later. So please feel free to go check them out. It's thebazone.com/job help, no spaces. And there's some information there. You can click on one and it will take you into where you can sign up for the course. We're using a third-party tool for that, so that's why it takes you someplace else. We would love, love, love to hear your feedback. We would love to hear about other things that you would like us to make a course for. Please feel free to reach out, Twitter, on the website, bazone.com. There's a comment form. You can email us. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. Just reach out and you will find us there on your favorite tool of choice.
That's it.
All right.
Terrific. All right. Thanks for joining everybody. And you have anything
we're good.
else?
No, we're all good here. Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to join us next Tuesday. We'll be here, same time, same place. And we look forward. Hope everybody has a great, great week. Thanks for joining us. We know your time is valuable. All right, everybody. Take care.
Have a good one.
Make us